What's going on, everyone? This is Ivan and welcome back to the Ivan Rides YouTube channel. Today we are taking the Nami Klima Max and we are going for a 10-mile ride out to Red Hook, Brooklyn, where Electric Wednesday is going to be. So if you've ever been curious to see what it's like to navigate the city on a high-performance scooter, sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. It's good to have you aboard today. Before we get too far along on this video, I just want to remind everybody that I am affiliated with these companies. So if you want to support the channel at no additional cost to you, and with a savings if you use my discount codes, a small commission will be generated for the channel that will help me with the operating costs. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You get something that you were planning on getting, and then it helps me with a little bit of the operating costs. And with all that out the way, let's focus on this ride. The video for today is a going to an Electric Wednesday because honestly, I haven't been able to finish the Electrify Expo content because, as you saw, I've started experimenting with my new Pocket 3. And also, as you can see, I don't have my third-person camera anymore. Something happened to my X3, and we're just gonna kind of figure out the content here with just the primary POV camera, which is the X4. I'm not very good in front of the camera, nor am I a vlogger, so using that has been, I would say, very difficult. And I get really awkward in front of the camera, so it's really tough, and I'm still kind of getting used to it. So we've also switched back to the hardwire cable for the audio settings, well, at least while I'm vlogging. I just can't figure out how to get the settings on the DJI wireless mic to sound as good as the hardwire. So until then, I'm going to continue to kind of experiment with that and then see what type of audio we can get. The last video that we did where we were doing the 24-mile ride to Electrify Expo sounded pretty bad at first. I didn't know that placing the microphone on the outside of my shirt or sweater at that time would have caused so much distortion, but it fixed itself when I put the microphone back inside, but it was still not as clear as I would have liked it. But I didn't want to scrap that video altogether because, like I was telling one of you guys on the comment section, I scrapped a couple of those rides to Electrify Expo already over the last couple of years because I had some problems with memory card, I had some problems with audio, then I had problems with video, and I just, you know what, I was like, well, if people are gonna watch it, they're gonna watch it. If not, then they're not. So it's better to have something and not anger the algorithm gods any further. Before I get any further into the talk here, quick thing, we are gonna have chapters down below. I get that a video like this is gonna be a little bit longer, so hopefully it'll make it easier for you to navigate the video. And also, I am playing the Relive app right now because this is a completely new route for us. We've never gone to Red Hook before, or we have done a ride from Red Hook, but that was when we rode with Lucklessly and a couple of our friends from Red Hook down to Coney Island last year. But going to Red Hook, I didn't get a chance to record to last year. So back to the conversation that we were having about the Pocket 3. It does force me to change my style of video a little bit. I still want to do these POV ride vlogs, but having the Pocket 3 opens up a completely different style of video content for me. So I like that, and it's just a matter of kind of like getting used to it. The good thing about the Pocket 3 is everything is kind of recorded in a straightforward fashion. All you gotta do is just kind of chop it up and then insert it. There isn't this whole workflow process behind it like a 360 camera, where you gotta process the 360 footage into editable 4K footage. But the harder thing about recording with the Pocket 3 is, again, it's a bit more like a vlog style, and being in front of the camera has never really been my strong suit, but I think it's a fun way to add a nice little change of pace to the videos here, while also giving everyone that POV footage that they like. So despite the workflow being much easier, there are like a different set of challenges that are presented when using the Pocket 3. So I now have to start thinking about framing, shot composition, is it pointed in the right place, and am I using my camera settings properly? Because if you put it on auto, it's fine, but the strength of that camera is being able to use it in its manual mode, compared to working with the 360 camera, where you just kind of let it do whatever it is and then figure it out after. Learning how to set up the camera and actually use it has been a lot of fun, but also a lot of work. I'm not used to it, but I hope that the whole change in cinematic footage, or making things look a little bit more cinematic, makes the content a bit more interesting. I want to grow as a channel. I love the POV stuff, but I also want to create some interesting things here, because originally the way I used the gimbal with my iPhone and my Flow, I would just use it for B-roll and not really think about it too much. But I've never really used it for the vlogging style, because I just couldn't figure out how to do it on my iPhone, and then also constantly running out of space was a issue in itself. So learning the Pocket 3 is going to be a fun one, so just bear with me, y'all. I hope you enjoy the process. So thank you everybody. I appreciate y'all, and I look forward to your continued support, and I hope you enjoy the growth and the changes that are kind of coming to the filming process here on the channel. Just as a quick update here, we are about 7.1 miles away from our final destination in Red Hook, Brooklyn, by the waterfront, and we are about 37 minutes away, which means we are about 20 to 30 minutes away. It's going to be a bit of a trek to get there. Yeah, with the change of camera style, I'm going to see if I can record a little bit while we're there, just to kind of practice. And you guys can let me know if you like that style with the whole vlogging while we're there. No clue what's going on here, but we're gonna try and squeeze our way through, even though everyone's on top of the lane here. Yeah. Oh, it's nice to be on open roads, but I do have to be very mindful of what I'm doing here, because it gets pretty crazy as we approach this area. Gonna cut up this way. I totally understand that any change to content and the way that content is delivered is usually never welcome. I consume quite a bit of video on YouTube and listen to a lot of music and watch a few of my shows, and I totally understand when things kind of deviate from the usual norms, that it's a little uncomfortable and we may not like it at first, but I'll keep an eye on the analytics, I'll keep an eye on the algorithm, and I'll keep an eye on the feedback from everyone. So just, again, let me know I am listening. At the end of the day, I do want to make content that I enjoy making, but also I want to make content that you enjoy watching. Finally, a little space to open up. Jeez. Oh my goodness. That feels so good to have that air. Change. Ugh, boo. No change. So right now we are cutting through the Brooklyn Navy Yard here. It's on the right side, and we are about 4.8 miles away from Red Hook, and it looks like we're gonna catch the sunset, so we're gonna get a chance to play around with the ND filters here. I might switch over onto the bike lane here. You'll probably recognize this path or this route a little bit, because this is the route that we take as we do our long distance stress tests. This one brings us to downtown Brooklyn and then eventually into downtown Manhattan. But then for us, we'll be taking this to downtown Brooklyn, and then instead of cutting over the bridge, we will be heading down further south into this place called Red Hook. Lady, you are looking the wrong way. Okay, cool. Okay. But yeah, that's why you'll probably recognize this. There aren't many options as far as getting to the major parts of the city, so a lot of it can get repetitive. Yeah, so anytime a change of destination or a change of route is done, it actually is really exciting for me, even though again it can be quite repetitive. So I'll be prepared this time for my trip while I'm away. I'll have some videos lined up so that the algorithm won't be so punishing. You know, I get the whole no excuses, just get stuff done. It's just, sometimes it's just not gonna happen. I mean, sometimes you run into obstacles that you can't get around, like computer issues, memory card issues, and work. You know, it's just, that's just what's gonna happen. So unless I can find contributors to the channel, editors, and all the above, and people to kind of help me with content, it's just gonna be a one-man show, and that's okay, because I like having full creative freedom to kind of do what I want to do and how I want to do it. Okay, I guess we're gonna make a left here. Now that we're only 2.8 miles away and roughly about a couple of minutes away, I just want to take the second to thank everybody for coming along on this ride. If you like this content, please consider giving it a thumbs up, as it really helps out the channel. It tells me, the creator, that you like the videos, and it tells the algorithm that it should be shared with more people. Leave a comment down below if you want to chime in with anything that we've kind of discussed on this video, and chime in with any questions that you may have. If you like this style of content and you want to continue seeing more, there is going to be an icon here on the bottom right of the screen with my logo on it. If you click on that, it'll automatically subscribe you to the channel. just be sure to turn on the bell notification so that I can notify you anytime a video comes out. And there we go. Whew, weird direction, but yeah, so that you don't have to worry about if and when a video drops. So just turn on those bell notifications, and I'd love to have you as part of the Byrne Rides family. And with that, we are continuing our ride to 10,000 subscribers. We did slow down a little bit, but that's okay. And we're just gonna continue to do what we can when we can. So thank you for your support, and enjoy the rest of the ride. Yeah, we're actually not that far, y'all. Like, we're actually getting pretty close to where we need to be, and we have not been in this area since I was running tests on the Insta360 RS about 2 years ago. We did our first video ever here in this area because we met up with our friend Luckless Lee, who had a YouTube channel back then for electric vehicles or PEVs, but he no longer makes content because his landlords kind of came down on him and unfortunately told him to get rid of everything. So I'm not sure if he's just taking a hiatus or if he's going to eventually come back to things with, I believe he's getting a gas-powered bike. So hopefully we'll see him again. But yeah, that was about 2.5 years ago, and I was just doing tests on my 1RS, and the first video I ever uploaded onto this channel, I believe I took it down, is the raw footage of me trying to learn how to keyframe a 360 video on the 1RS. And I will tell you, the first time I experienced that, I was just like, hell no. This took me 3 hours just to keyframe a 30-minute ride, and I thought I was gonna lose it. So yeah, that goes to show that if you stick to things, you get better at it. And then actually, I think this is our turn here. Sack it, yeah. And things don't really become easier, you just get better at editing. And eventually I was able to make content that is somewhat decent. So yeah, this was those first routes. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, Vespas. I gotta check out that place because I've always dreamed of doing a Vespa build. I kind of want to do a full electric conversion on a Vespa. So Tesla dealership, everything is here. So IKEA or IKEA. Okay, maybe if we go down the waterfront, it'll give us a more interesting view here. Let's see, can I make a right here? I can't make a right there. Huh. I remember there being like a waterfront over here the last time I was here about 2 years ago. Let's see, maybe if I make this turn here at Commerce Street. Let's see if I'm right. Nope, I am not right. Ah, giant pothole. So 3 minutes away, y'all. 3 minutes away. Finally, a little bit of open road. And then the moment I say that, we got a commercial vehicle doing a funky maneuver. It's okay. It's okay. Woosah. We're almost to, I don't know where we're going here. strong rope, I think is what it's called. So we're almost there. And why are these spaces always so narrow? We're making a right on Van Dyke Street. Making a right here, Van Dyke. Oh, cobblestones, a strong rope. I see a strong rope van here. And it looks like it's gonna be at the end of here, so brutal. But you know, again, after almost 1,000 miles on the Zooz, this would have been spine shattering and a little uncomfortable on the Zooz, but it is quite enjoyable and not too bad with the super soft suspension of the Nami Klima. And here we are, we're approaching the waterfront, and strong rope is right at the end over here. Maybe we'll do a little bit of vlogging, maybe we won't, maybe we'll capture some of the footage on it, not too sure. I have a feeling we are going to be one of the first ones here, but that's okay. Look at this. Look at this. This is freaking cool. Wow. Look at this, y'all. Holy cow. Hey, there he is. Good, good, good. Oh man, look at this. Dude, it's a heck of a day. What's going on? All right, so we found Johnny Prime. We're gonna park the scooter. Of course, we're always the first ones here, but that's okay. We can leave a little bit earlier. And then we'll record some of this stuff, yeah, because this is going to be cool. So I'll see you guys inside. Alright, y'all, since there was no food at Strong Rope, I'm here at Hoek, H-O-E-K. It's a pizzeria. I got myself a little porchetta sandwich. It is a bit expensive, but I mean, it is what it is, so I just hope it's good. So I got my little setup here, scooter, and then that's the restaurant. And then over there, you got the view of the Manhattan skyline in the middle of all these warehouses. So yeah, just hoping that the food is good, and they said about 10 minutes, so then we'll rejoin the guys. So crazy thing is, after 1,500 miles, we just got our first flat, and we're trying to figure out where we can go to get this fixed. I'm about 10 miles from home. If we can't do this, the only other option is taking a cab. Alright, so I ended up with a cracked rim, and I just rode the scooter with the Zooz guys, thanks to them, 9.5 miles home with a flat tire, so that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I was gonna add this in as a recap, but I made it home safe, and we are going to bring this scooter into FluidFreeRide for repair. Thanks for coming along, y'all. What a crazy night.